looking at. Okay, that works.
My arm.
Yeah, now you can go ahead. Go on.
It's live.
It is?
You
Okay.
don't have to adjust the camera
You have the app.
though. That'll work.
I was looking at that.
Yeah, I do have the app.
Right there.
Sure, that'll be fine.
Huh?
Thank you. All right, good evening. Sorry about the delay. We will call the meeting to order. Chrissy, will you roll call, please?
John?
Here.
Chris?
Here.
Linda?
Here.
Brian?
Yes.
We have a quorum.
Okay, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Brian, will you lead us, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I have proof of publication in front of me. Visitors' correspondence. Anyone desiring to speak on any item or issue not on the agenda or on any item on the agenda that does not include a public hearing may do so, but shall be limited to 3 minutes. Persons should identify themselves by name and address. Person speaking should not expect the council to engage in back and forth dialogue regarding their comments. Unless an agenda item includes a public hearing, no person may speak during the business portion of the meeting. Provided, however, persons speaking during a public hearing are limited to between 5 and 20 minutes. The public is advised that a copy of the Open Meetings Act is located on the north wall of the council chambers, and one copy of all reproducible written material to be discussed at this meeting is available for examination or copying. Is there anyone that would like to speak? Okay. Need a motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? All right, number 8 is First Nebraska Bank, approval of First Nebraska Bank as official depository, which is the annual action to meet statutory requirements. I would entertain a motion to approve First Nebraska Bank as the official depository.
So moved. Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? All right, number 9, Veterans of Foreign War Post 9897. Consideration and approval for applications for special designated liquor licenses for fundraisers on January 18th, 2025, February 15th, 2025, March 15th, 2025, April 19th, 2025, May 17th, 2025, and June 21st, 2025. Would I entertain a motion to approve that request?
So moved. Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? All right, I will now turn the meeting over to Council President Batcher due to my interest in the Valley Days Foundation.
Okay, we have consideration and approval of street closure request for Valley Christmas tree lighting and holiday market Saturday, November 30th, 2024. And for
Hi.
more information,
Yep, I'm Angela Ekstrom, 502 South Park Ave, Valley, Nebraska. You guys went through 19 real fast. We're doing our downtown Christmas tree lighting and holiday market this year on Saturday, November 30th. We're requesting permission to close the street, Spruce Street, from 2nd Street to Gardner Street from 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, November 26th. Oh, that should be November 30th, right? Yes. Yeah. And then 2nd Street, from Spruce Street to the post office from noon on Saturday until noon on Monday because of our tent for our special guest. And we'll ask that the Public Works request that they put out barricades in the intersections of Spruce and 2nd and Spruce and Church Street on Wednesday, November 27th. And the volunteers, we will close the streets down at the time of the event. That's it.
any questions on this? I'd entertain a motion.
Second. So moved.
Thank you.
We have
See you
a
all then.
motion and a second. Vote, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Angela.
All right, number 11, Operation Greenlight for Veterans, consideration and approval of resolution number 2024-54, supporting Operation Greenlight for Veterans. This is something we've done the past couple of years where we try to green lights on in front of City Hall. So I would entertain a motion to approve resolution number 2024-54.
So moved. Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? Thank you. Number 12, DC West Community Schools, consideration and approval of waiver from site design standards.
If I can just speak quickly on this, when we did our commercial design standards, we put in a waiver for To be honest, this exact type of situation, the school is gonna be hundreds of feet off the main road. The school, it's not a commercial building, they just happen to be in a commercial zone. Also, it's taxpayer money, because it's from the school. So the waiver is just stating that they don't have to abide by the design standards. Again, I mean, they're putting up you can see the photos in there, they're putting up a nice looking building. It's just, per our rules, there would be some, it's pretty much the transparency requirements they're not hitting. I mean, it's a block building, it's everything else. So I don't know if you guys have questions for me or for them, but all this is just a waiver so they can continue on with their permit and build what they have there in front of you guys. So, any questions?
Do you have any questions?
How long is the front face of that building? I'm sorry.
I haven't looked at the plans yet, I haven't reviewed it yet.
Go ahead and show you.
The closest building is the softball press box that's located roughly 400 feet off of 264th Street. So it's really only, that face of it is really only about 10 to 12 feet wide. But one of the big requirements was having to do with, have some garage doors for some storage, and there's requirements in there for glazing as part of it, which is really kind of a security risk, considering that these aren't locations that are going to be manned continually. So this, for the most part, the waiver is taking into account that, and just the materials, just due to some of the cost restrictions.
Can you say your name and address for the record, please?
Sorry, Casey Painter, BCM Architects, but 1420 North 108th Ave, Elkhorn.
Perfect, thank you. Anybody have any other comments or questions?
No, thank you, that's good.
Okay. I would entertain a motion to approve the waiver of site design for DC West Community Schools.
So moved.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor? Thank you. Okay, number 13, Stillwater Lake LLC Phase 1, consideration and approval of resolution 2024-55, which is releasing the ILOC funds. Anybody have any comments or questions about that? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution 2024-55 to release ILOC funds for Stillwater Phase 1.
So moved.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor? All right, and then the next one is Stillwater Lake LLC Phase 2, consideration and approval of resolution number 2024-56, which is also releasing ILAC funds. I would entertain a motion to approve resolution 2024-56.
So moved.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor? All right, number 15 is Prominence Global, Catalina, consideration and approval of amendment to the future land use map. Someone gonna talk about this?
So the area around here, I don't have the big map. You have it? I should have brought it from my office. I
This is
made
all
you guys
we'll
give me
to
one.
you. We'll leave this here for you all.
So all around to the north, the east, and the south of where this residential is all future land use map as residential already, so this isn't considered spot zoning. The area to the south of the field was all considered park, so similar to what we did in Stillwater, where we kind of moved that around. The commercial is just, as you can see in the red, to the south, and then doing the residential along the east side. So it's a change of future land use map because that area is future land use for commercial. Again, there's residential right next to it, so it's not spot zoning.
Didn't we have that as commercial originally and we changed it once already?
Yes.
Yes, so we're really just going back to what we had before? Or no?
We're reducing some commercial back to residential.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Right on the current change, the change before, I think, pushed commercial out to Ida Street.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Rune about this? No? Okay, we'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak about it? Okay, we'll close the public hearing.
Blocking your view.
Any other comments or questions? Okay, so then we have ordinance number 822, which is amending the future land use map. Can you have that cheat sheet about the ordinances? Sorry. Maybe. Thank you, I'm sorry. I don't have that part memorized.
I carry it with me.
Okay, well, I normally do that for my desk, sorry.
Sure you do.
She does. All right, so, sorry about that. All right, so next item is ordinance number 822 related to the future land use map. Would entertain a motion to introduce ordinance 822 on the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second introducing ordinance 822 on the first reading. Is there any other discussion about it? Okay, Christie, will you read the short title of that, please?
Ordinance number 822, an ordinance to amend the future land use map contained within the City of Valley, Nebraska's comprehensive plan as found on page 80 of said comprehensive plan as figure 10.5 relating to part of the northeast quarter of the northwest quarter and also part of the southeast quarter of the northwest quarter and part of the southwest quarter of the northwest quarter and part of the northwest quarter of the northwest quarter, along with part of the northeast quarter of the northeast quarter, and also part of the southeast quarter of the northeast quarter, and also part of the southwest quarter of the northeast quarter, and also part of the northwest quarter of the northeast quarter, and also part of the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter, and also part of the southeast quarter of the northwest quarter, all located in section 32, township 16, north, range 10 east, 6th PM, Douglas County, Nebraska, providing for a servability clause, providing for the repeal of all ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing for an effective date of this ordinance.
Thank you. All right, vote please. All in favor? Is there a desire to suspend the rules and pass the ordinance on the second and third readings?
So moved.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor? All right, ordinance number 822 passes on the second and third readings. Christie, thank you for reading that, so we don't have to do that.
There were a lot of quarters in there, that's all I
A
said.
lot of northwest and northeast. All right, 15B, resolution 2024-57, consideration and approval of the blight substandard design. Somebody gonna talk about this one?
Hi everybody, Brent Beller, 1140 West Center Road, Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, so before you is the blighted and substandard study. I always say this when I do these, we don't make up the word blighted and substandard, that is by state statute. What this should be is a statutorial designation that ground needs to be redeveloped and you can utilize TIF for that. It sounds a lot better, but we've worked with Jeff and Andrea to update this study to just affect, basically, I'm not sure if everybody has the study or if they've reviewed it. It just controls the commercial portion of this deal, as well as some of there's a portion of property on the northwest corner that is a little substandard. So that's included in there too. But effectively every metric, and as you saw on the summary page, this ground is by definition under statute determined to be blighted and substandard, which is the first thing you need to do to allow us to utilize TIF. So I'm happy to go over this in more detail, but otherwise we're here for any questions.
So I guess, what does that necessarily do to the Fauci property down there that looks like it's in that? It doesn't?
Yeah, nothing. All that really does is if that person that owns that property ever wanted to sell it and they wanted to do TIF on it, they could, but they don't have to. It doesn't affect their property value or anything like that.
Any other questions?
It's just on the commercial, right? The residential, you still want to
100%.
do it as it is?
Yep, yep.
Any other questions? Okay, we'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone that wants to speak on this? Okay, we'll close the public hearing. So now we have resolution number 2024-57, which is approval of the Blight substandard design. I would entertain a motion to approve resolution 2024-57.
So moved.
Second?
Vote please. All in favor? Okay, now I need a motion to recess as the Valley City Council and convene as the Community Development Agency.
So moved.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor? All right, so now on the Community Development Agency, we'll call that meeting to order. Christie, will you do roll call, please?
John,
Here.
Chris,
Here.
Linda,
Here.
Brian,
Yes.
we have a quorum.
Okay, I have proof of publication in front of me. Visitors' correspondence, anyone desiring to speak on any item or issue not on the agenda or any item on the agenda that does not include a public hearing may do so, but shall be limited to 3 minutes. Persons should identify themselves by name and address. Person speaking should not expect the council to engage in back and forth dialogue regarding their comments. Unless an agenda item includes a public hearing, no person may speak during the business portion of the meeting. Provided, however, persons speaking during a public hearing are limited to between 5 and 20 minutes. The public is advised that a copy of the Open Meetings Act is located on the north wall of the council chamber, and one copy of all reproducible written material to be discussed at this meeting is available for examination or copying. Entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? Would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Vote, please. All in favor? All right, so then the item we have on here is Prominence Global Catalina, refer the redevelopment plan to the Planning Commission for review and recommendation, which is resolution number CDA 2024-06. Andrea, do you want to talk about this? Okay.
Yeah, as part of the TIF process, the next step is going to be to refer the redevelopment plan that's been prepared by the redeveloper to Planning Commission, and Planning Commission's role is to then review that plan and confirm that it's in compliance with the city's comprehensive development plan and the future land use map, which it now is. So we're going to have the Planning Commission make that designation. They're going to review it next week. So the CDA's role right now is just to pass that plan on to planning for their review and recommendation.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions about that? Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve resolution number CDA 2024-06 to refer the redevelopment plan to the Planning Commission for review and recommendation.
So moved.
Second?
Vote please. All in favor? All right, now I need a motion to adjourn as the Community Development Agency and reconvene as the Valley City Council.
So moved.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor? All right, number 16, People Service Update. They are not here. You didn't get anything from them, did you, Christie?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right, number 17, City Engineer.
Good evening. Tonight we just have the Ginger Cove number 3 lift station. This is one that we've been talking about for quite a while. It got finished up about 10 days ago with Jetco for the controls and people service and the contractor for reconstruction. So tonight we do have payment due to them for the work completed. And this is in the amount of $22,498.10. Having reviewed that, we do recommend approval of the final payment to Verba in that amount.
Okay. Any questions for Greg about that one? Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve resolution 2024-58 for payment of contractor's application for payment number 3, which is final in the amount of $22,498.10 from Verba Construction.
So moved.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor?
Item B, then, we're just looking for a motion to advertise for the water treatment plant extension project that's been talked about. We have submitted plans and addressed all the comments, and the construction permit back from the state is forthcoming. And so now we're ready to move forward. We would bid this on November 5th and then potentially have that for the November 12th city council meeting. The completion dates that we had identified in there were February 1st, I believe, of 2026, and then final completion by May of 2026. And basically, that's about a 14 to 16 month construction period, with some of the equipment taking up to 20 weeks before, once they order it, to be able to show up. So that's what we have heard from a couple of inquiries when talking with contractors on the build. So it really would not be available for the 2025 production high use season. So it's really just allowing them to use the second winter, if you will, for construction.
Where are they at, and what are we expanding, I guess, on the water treatment plant?
We'll double the capacity of it. So we'll go from a 2,000 gallon per minute plant up to about 3,600, which is what the current well field would be.
How many people will that roughly supply at?
It would give you a capacity of almost 6 million gallons a day. Right now, we're not quite over 2.
2.2, right?
Yeah, so right around, on the peak days, we're 2, and then over the last 3 weeks, I think People Services said they're averaging like 1.4 to 1.5 million gallons a day of production, so you're at least doubling, if not 10,000 people type number.
This was technically part of the project that was approved
Yeah.
before you were even on council.
Yeah.
We're just now getting to that, so. Any other comments or questions? Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve advertisement of bids for the water treatment plant expansion.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor?
And then just some miscellaneous updates on a couple projects, Valhaven and Ginger Woods, number 2. Those 2 lift stations, again, Verba Construction has those. Now that we've gotten past one of those, we're gonna move on to those next 2. So we'll continue to work with them on getting that scheduled, and along with Jetco, which is a key player on that, to coordinate the control conversion of all that. Valley Lake Business Park and Catalina, both of those just new development items that we've been working with on miscellaneous tasks, but the redevelopment stuff that we have been talking about here tonight with TIF and Blight and all that good stuff going on. So we'll continue with all of that. So if you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer those.
Any other questions? Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
City Attorney?
Well, a lot of the same things we talked about last month. Been very busy on the Catalina project and moving that forward with the various steps and the documentation, personnel matters, miscellaneous stuff, doing some things with the Facilities Corporation. The bond attorneys, QTAC Rock, are doing most of the work. We're coordinating. Andrea has been working on the details of closing with the fire department later this month, and we've been, I think we mentioned last month that the Valley Lakes Business Park proceeded unevenly with the platting and the TIF request, and so we're kind of backing up and coordinating it all, and we'll come forward with the TIF request. So that's it. If you have any questions, I'm here.
Okay, thanks, John. Mayor's report, I don't have too much. We have a new utility clerk starting next week, right?
Yeah,
Monday, okay. We did the MAPPA safety audit walk a couple weeks ago now, and it was good. There was engineers and Greg and Rune and MAPPA came out and gave us some ideas of some ways to improve the safety on some of the streets without sidewalks without a ton of cost, but then also have the survey and added some things to their overall regional safety plan. So I thought it was very good to have them out here. You might have seen out on Facebook today, Cameron put out a fact sheet regarding the budget and the tax request for this year. Cameron and I also attended the groundbreaking for the DC West Sports Complex last Friday. That was pretty awesome. You missed it? Yeah, that's okay. And then upcoming items, the Planning Commission meets next week, and then Twin Rivers YMCA is also having their trunk or treat on October 23rd. They're doing it in the school parking lot this year since obviously they cannot use the park. And let's see, that is all I have. Any other comments or questions? No? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Okay, who made it, who seconded it?
John, and then Chris. Vote please. All in favor. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what I'll say.
That waiver, they're referencing this meeting.
No, I don't see it.
Just submitted plans, there's just submitted actually really caught up on purpose right now. So.
No.